What is comfort food? For me, it's more than just sustenance. Comfort food seems to not only be linked to our own personal preference and identity, but also to the culture we belong to. The joy I feel when I discover the perfect restaurant is unmatched. Sure, I know convenience store food isn't exactly gourmet, but there's something irresistible about stepping into a 편의점 where I'm surrounded by endless options and I indulge in my love for ramen, gimbap, and Bbangddoah. Ramen, a staple in every Korean household, just like how children often follow their parents' religion without question, ramen is something we inherit. In Korea, we have this tree of ramen, a lineage passed down from our parents. Even as adults, we cling to our childhood ramen preferences. Your favorite ramen isn't just a taste, it's a memory, a continuation of what you grew up with. The smell of ramen instantly puts me in a warm, fuzzy mood. It's like an old friend who never judges you. Of course, I know it's not exactly healthy. I remember reading an article claiming that Korean bodies decompose more slowly than others due to the preservatives once used in ramen. Apparently, this was a real concern at one point. These days though, preservatives have been reduced, but still, ramen is ramen. Though, even that unsettling fact can break the bond Koreans have with it. When I was a little girl, Gimbap was so cheap. The nostalgia. I used to go to piano practice 5 days a week, and as much as I sometimes wanted to skip it, what made the walk more enjoyable was the hope of stopping by a street vendor to grab a few pieces of fried gimbap. Each piece was only 100won, and I can still vividly remember the savory, greasy flavor. Looking back, I'm sure my nostalgia makes it seem tastier than it actually was. Memories are strange like that. They cling to us, but when you really think about it, they're not always as true as they feel. Still, I believe that food is a way of reaching back and communicating with our younger selves. Childhood foods like gimbap allow us to connect with those simpler times. Those little moments, those simple pleasures, they're what I treasure most. Gimbap is such a versatile meal, which is probably why it's become so popular worldwide. The basic ingredients, seaweed, rice, ham, pickled radish, egg, spinach, and carrot, those can vary depending on where you get it. With so many varieties of gimbap out there, it's hard to give each one the recognition it deserves. Pro tip, these days, some gimbap shops are a bit stingy with the amount of tuna they include. Instead of feeling disappointed, I buy a regular gimbap and head to the supermarket for a can of tuna. Then I make my own customized 참치 gimbap. Don't forget the mayonnaise, it's the secret to taking your gimbap to the next level. Over the last few years, we've seen so many new 편의점 food products introduced into stores, but I always find myself gravitating toward the old school classics. We've got a wide variety of ice creams and popsicles, but there's one traditional dessert that stands out to me: Bbangddoah. It goes by different names, but they all refer to the same thing: an ice cream sandwich. As a little girl, I would always lick the ice cream first so I could enjoy the soft sandwich bread at the end. I think that's when I first learned the art of self-discipline, holding off on the pleasure now to savor it later. Isn't it funny how a whole nation can share similar food preferences? As much as we try to stand out and be unique, there's this invisible thread that ties us together. Our culture shapes what we crave, what we love, and even how we think. It's wild when you stop and think about how much influence culture has on something as simple as dessert. I'm so stuffed, but tteokbokki?